Hey guys, it's me again. Just wanted to put out another quick video. This one is on subtracting fractions. Okay, so if you're new to my channel and you haven't followed me, you could follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to put out a lot more content. Well, not really content, just more videos as the school year progresses. So this one will be on subtracting fractions. So let's move on here. So let's take a look over here. So we have 7/8 minus 3/4. First thing we notice here is we do not have common denominators. So when we do this subtraction, we cannot subtract our denominators here. Let's see if I can make this screen bigger. Okay, so our answer will not be 4/4. We know that is wrong. So let's look and see how would we do this. Well, what I've been going over saying is that I like to write these equations vertically. So 7/8 minus 3/4. Okay. Now when we do 7/8 minus 3/4, this way I'm going to ask myself, what is the common denominator between 8 and 4? And the common denominator between 8 and 4 is going to be 8. So over here, we do not have to change our denominator. It's already 8, so I can keep that as 7/8. But now in our 3/4, I say, how do I get from 4 to 8? We multiply by 2. So we multiply our numerator by 2. So we're really multiplying it by 2 over 2, and that gives you 6/8. And now I subtract the 7/8 minus 6/8 and 7/8 minus 6/8. So I will write it across here. Gives me 1/8. And that is my answer here. 7/8 minus 3/4 is 1/8. Now, this is I would like to say, an easier problem, because now as we move along, we're going to take a look and the problem's going to get a little more complicated. So here we have 2 1/3 minus 1 1/5. So there's a couple things that we have to do here. When we're subtracting with mixed numbers, and we have 2 1/3 is a mixed number and 1 1/5 is a mixed number, I like to, and we're going to write here, is you must, step 1 is going to be convert to an improper fraction. And this was the last video that I had posted to my page, is you're going to convert, we said, 2 1/3. All right, so we're doing the swoop around method, we call it, and we're going to do 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1, which is 7, and then we're going to keep our denominator of 3. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we know that 2 1/3 is equal to 7/3. Now I'm going to subtract, and 1 1/5. Well, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, and keep it over 5. So it's 6/5. So now I'm just going to double check that. Good. Now we have to subtract 7/3 minus 6/5. But now we have a problem that looks similar to the one that we had just done before. We need to now find a common denominator. So I'm going to, here, first thing here, our step 2 will be find, well, you know what? I'm going to say find your LCD. Find your least common denominator. And I am going to rewrite the problem once again vertically. So common denominator between 3 and 5. So between 3 and 5, well, you should be able to quickly say that it is 15. And that is actually our least common denominator as well. So how many 15ths is 7/3? 3 times 5 is 15. So 7 times 5 is 35 15ths. I want to give that a check. Good. Now 6/5, 5 times 3 is 15. So 6 times 3 is 18. So we have, I'm going to rewrite this, 35 15ths minus 18 15ths. Okay, so least common denominator. I'm just going to throw in here that now, make new fractions and subtract. All right, so 35 minus 18 is, 35 minus 18 is 17, right? Yep, over 15. And now our last step, going to put here, I know I'm squishing it in. Our last step is going to be simplify. I do apologize that this got a little squished, but I can't move the screen. I wanted to keep everything all together. So to simplify 17 15ths, how many times can 15 go into 17? One time, that's 15, with 2 left over, and we keep the denominator of 15. So 1 and 2 15ths. Okay. Now, let me see. I believe I have one more problem set up. I do. A little more. These numbers are a little bit bigger. So let's get right into it. So 5 and 6/7 minus 3 and 2/3. I have to convert that into a improper fraction. So I'm going to do 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 6 is 41 over 7. Okay. And now here, so 35, 41 over 7. Good. Double checking my work. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11 over 3. Okay. So now my new problem is 41 over 7 minus 11 over 3. So same steps that we're doing. I am going to rewrite them, going up and down. Make sure I have enough room. So I'm going to go on the right. I'm going to go on the right-hand side. 41 over 7 minus 11 over 3. Let me adjust that. Oh, red. There you go. All right. Well, I need a common denominator. Put my equal sign. Going to get myself set up. Right here, I'm setting myself up for my equivalent fractions. So 7 and 3. Well, I know 7 times 3 is 21. And I also know that 21 is also my least common denominator. So now 3 times what gives me 21? 3 times 7. So I have to do 11 times 7. So we have 77 over 21 on the bottom. And now 7 times 3 gives me 21. So 41 times 3. This is bigger, so I'm going to do some scrap work down here. 41 times 3 is 123. So we have 123 over 21 minus 77 over 21. So I know my answer is going to be over 21. Now let me just subtract. I'll get rid of this. Let me subtract 123 minus 77. 12 becomes 11, 3 becomes 13, 6 and 4. 46, right? 3. Yep, 46. So it's going to be 46 over 21. And that I know is also here an improper fraction. So let's convert that. 21 can go into 46, 21, 42, 2 times, which gives me 42. And 42 is 4 away from 46, 4 over 21. And that is in simplest form. Okay, so you will see I do the same steps for each problem. I'm converting my mixed numbers into an improper fraction. Then I'm working to find my common denominators. I'm making my equivalent fractions over here. Then I subtract to get my answer. And then I have to simplify them. So let me just go back, and that is this video on subtracting fractions.